10:10. I'm looking forward to meeting these two. Well, I've already met them, and we've discovered that they're stars of the Sun newspaper today. Yeah, well, the Sun following where we lead. Can you imagine what life would be like? Just for a moment, everybody together now, including you, in the kitchen, pithering around again, I can see you, on a Wednesday morning. Stop it. Listen, imagine this for a moment. What would life be like if you never used a supermarket? You stayed away from the supermarket. You wouldn't allow yourself to go in. They were a no-no. You'd turn your back on them. You've got the drill now, haven't you? You'd have to plan where you bought your stuff from, wouldn't you? You'd have to use the markets, I suppose, and the small independent shops. But would you save money? Would you eat better? Would you be healthier? I want to introduce you to the Pugh family from Farringdon. Lovely couple, Ian and Rebecca, they're here now. They decided on November the 5th that they weren't going to go to the supermarkets for a whole year. How are they getting on? Let's find out. They're with me now. Hello, Ian. Hello, Rebecca.
Hello, good morning.
Morning. Look, you're in the Sun.
I know.
Famous.
Double page spread. What's the headline, Ian?
We gave up on supermarkets.
And you did, didn't you?
Certainly did.
Yeah. Rebecca, what was the plan? What was the idea? What started this?
I have to admit it's one of my harebrained scams. I was on maternity leave and decided that I wanted to start a blog and I just wanted to do something interesting. So I thought, well, we need to save money. What can we do that can save money and be interesting? So I came up with the idea that we'd boycott the supermarkets. Not because we hate them, but just because we used to get tricked into their pesky deals. We'd go in and we'd go, oh, right, okay, peppers are on buy one, get one free. So we'd end up with 200 peppers that we couldn't actually use, so we'd chuck them away.
And you didn't want them.
So, yeah, we thought, well, okay, let's stop that and let's see if actually shopping locally can save you money. And we've been very pleasantly surprised.
We'll get on to that. So, Ian, Rebecca comes to you and she says, I've got a plan. She says, we're going to boycott the supermarkets for a whole year. What do you say?
Just a general groan.
That would have been me, Rebecca.
Yeah, as Rick says,
God.
one of her harebrained scams.
Schemes,
it's a usual thing to come up with something. I thought we wouldn't be able to manage it, to be honest. I thought we'd really struggle to find everything we needed, and that it would end up costing us a lot more money.
Yes, I thought that.
Which he wasn't very happy about.
No, I wasn't very happy about it.
I've been the same. I like him.
And I thought that it just wouldn't work, really. But Rebecca's very persuasive, so
you went along with it?
Yeah, we decided to give it a go.
There's you two, and you've given birth to your daughter now, haven't you?
Yeah, she's 8 months old now.
How's she getting on?
Oh, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she's okay.
eating her way through the shopping.
Well, good. So tell me about this then. November the 5th from now, you've definitely you've not been in the supermarket?
Not stepped foot in the supermarket, no.
How'd you do it? How'd you get on? What are you doing?
Well, we're trying to get organised, but because we're not the most organised of folk, but we're trying.
Well, you don't have time with a little one.
No.
That's the
Absolutely. So what we do is we do one weekly shop every week, and we go off, we draw £50 out cash, and that's the money we're allowed to spend on food, and we go to local shops, local delis, local markets, and just buy everything. We just buy what's there, and if leeks are, cheap, we buy cheap leeks, or if peppers are cheap, we buy those.
That's quite a feat. 50 quid a week for shopping. You draw £50 in cash out, and once that's gone, and that's your week's food bill, is it?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
but we also try and save money. If we can do it for less than 50 quid, we're really happy. I don't know what the lowest, I think the lowest we've done is about 27, isn't it?
27 quid for a week?
Yeah,
what
for
did
the
you
three
live
of
on?
us. Lots of fruit and veg, meat, just lots of resourceful meals. We don't waste anything. We never chuck anything away, apart from vegetable peelings, but they go to our chickens.
Oh, so we've got chickens.
Yeah.
We have indeed.
Well, that's interesting. You thought it would be more expensive, Ian. Tell me the truth. Is it more expensive? Because you're going to small independent shops, you're going to markets, you're going to fruit and veg, you're going to local butchers, I suppose. It smacks of expensive to me.
It really isn't, actually. We, just as an example, last December we spent £300 in the supermarkets.
Does that include Christmas shopping in terms of food?
In December 2011,
Yeah.
it was £300.
Oh, sorry, right. Okay.
December 2011,
I've
sorry,
got
when
it,
we were shopping
yeah.
in the supermarkets.
Yes.
But December 2012, we spent £145.
Did you? So you've cut it in half?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, we've really saved money. The fruit and veg that you can buy from markets, from fruit and veg men, there's so much cheaper than it is in the supermarket you get.
Has it been a lifestyle change as well? Have you had to
Completely.
learn? Yeah, now how?
It's completely changed everything. It's got to the point where kind of saving money has become a bit of a passion, and we don't want to waste anything. We want to make sure that we're kind of being ethical, and it's really had an impact. For example, at Christmas we made lots of gifts for people, and Christmas shopping was difficult because normally you just kind of go out and buy what you want, but everything we picked up to buy for people, we were like, do they need it? Do they want it? Is it just junk? Do they need it? And that actually kind of made quite an impact on us.
And we tried to buy as much as we could from the local
town,
Oxfordshire.
Yeah.
So you stay
local as well. Yeah. Making Christmas presents. I mean, when you gave them, was the grimaces all round?
No, Rebecca's very, very good at crafts. So,
all our friends are quite polite.
Yeah, polite, I think maybe is
We made fun things though, like vanilla essence, which was quite good.
Yes.
Very cheap to make, and actually the people who got that were quite pleased with it. So.
Okay, is there anything you miss from... Be honest now. Is there anything you miss from the supermarket? I mean, your experiment appears to be working. You appear to be sticking to the rules, because you have got rules as well. I'll ask you both. Ian first. What do you miss most from the supermarket? Is there anything you miss?
Before I started, I thought I would miss biscuits. Yeah. I really love biscuits.
Yeah.
But
biscuits. Don't you let him have biscuits?
I made
she makes
biscuits.
me them. Yeah,
she makes the biscuits.
Yeah. And even I've had to go making biscuits. It's really not that hard.
Really?
Yeah.
So there's nothing else?
I don't think there is, actually, no. No.
Do you like a drink? I mean, do you buy a drink from the independents? Do you have a drink in the house? I don't know.
Yeah, from the local...
We've bought them from our local general store in Farringdon,
What do you miss, Rebecca?
The only thing that I miss is I have a trolley pound on my keyring. I can't use it. That's the only downside. And I look at it and think, oh, well, but never mind.
You won't see a trolley for a whole year.
We won't, indeed, no.
What don't you miss about the supermarket? This is
unexpected item in the bagging area.
Yeah, okay, you have none of that.
No.
None of the queues.
We don't miss dirty trolley, baby seats in the dirty trolleys. Don't miss that.
Living in Farringdon, the supermarket choice is quite limited, so we'd have to drive either out to Swindon or do it in Oxfordshire and then in Oxford and take it back with us. And we don't miss having to travel so far to do our shopping. It's lovely to go and walk into Farringdon and do it. And
we don't miss all the packaging. I can't believe how much packaging we used to generate before and how much our rubbish has actually slimmed down. Because we're not we were just getting 1 or 2 bags.
So you're greener, you're healthier, you're better off, you think?
Yep.
I'm trying to think of another drawback to throw out to you.
Oh, well, and another positive is we've met lots of new friends through doing it, which is very exciting. So, I can't think of a negative.
What are the rules? Now you have drawn up 10 rules, haven't you, for this? And that you are being quite strict on yourself.
We are indeed.
Okay, so what are the rules, you two?
Obviously, no going in supermarkets.
Yes. What happens if... aren't you inclined to cheat? When you're on your own.
We've got a rule to cover that, though.
There's a rule to cover that.
If we cheat, then the shopping budget for the following week gets slashed to £25.
Oh, you have to pay the penalty.
We do.
Okay.
We are quite strict on ourselves, aren't we?
So, no shopping in any kind of supermarket for a whole year. Well, do you mean the big supermarkets? Are the little supermarkets allowed? What do you mean by the word supermarket? I'm getting really finickety now.
Independent food shops, essentially.
Independent food shops only. £50 a week for the budget. You've got to eat well, of course.
Absolutely.
Rule number 4, can't be lazy or cheat.
Yep.
Rule number 5, you've got to eat as many varieties as possible. You can't waste food. It doesn't sound to me as if you're wasting anything.
No, we really don't, no.
Your waste bins must be half empty. Bulk buying, is that all right? Stocking up before the challenge started?
No, not allowed to do that.
We didn't do that. Obviously, we didn't. The food that we had still in our pantry, we've eaten as the challenge has gone on because we didn't want to waste that, but we certainly didn't stock up before we started.
What if you fancy taking Rebecca out for a meal? Valentine's Day's coming. Are you allowed a meal out?
We are allowed to buy a meal out, but only once every 2 weeks, so that we don't fall into the trap of thinking, we haven't got any food, let's go to the pub.
Okay, and
if our friends and family want to take us out, well, then they feel free to do that.
Right, okay, they can do that.
Yeah.
And how's the blog going? What's the reaction to your blog for this experiment?
Really positive. We've been really surprised. Lots of people getting in touch, sort of saying that they're really inspired. And actually, we've had a lot of support on Twitter and lots of people saying, do you know what, we're going to give this a go. So that's really, really positive.
Yeah, we've got at least 4 or 5
people who are giving it a go.
Or starting very soon,
Well, that's good. Do you think you'll hold out for the year, you two?
Definitely.
Absolutely. I'd be quite surprised if we ever
Yeah.
go back into a supermarket,
you
to
see,
be honest.
that was going to be my my next question. Do you think this is going to be a lifestyle change for good?
I think so.
I think so, yeah. I can't see any...
I can't imagine going
reason
back in a
why we'd have
supermarket,
to,
really.
yeah.
No.
Really?
I think I'd feel like I was committing an offence. And, and actually, my dad said that he went into Sainsbury's and ended up in there thinking, I'm not allowed in here. And my sister had to remind him that actually he hadn't signed up for the challenge.
No, he wasn't on the pledge.
No.
I take it the Pughs have yet to taste horse burgers, therefore, says Chris in Oxford, who's texted me, and he wishes you very good wishes
thank you,
as well.
Chris.
Yeah, well, there's that. That's been in the papers today, haven't you?
Indeed.
You don't get the value for money burgers.
No, our local
No.
butcher would
Yeah.
would not be selling
They
us
certainly
those.
wouldn't,
No.
no.
How do we follow you on the blog, you two?
Oh, it's very simple. You go to www.ayearwithoutsupermarkets.com and there's a little button that you can click to follow, and it will send you email updates every time we put a post out, which is every day.
So the local shops in Farringdon, they must love you. That's another thing, you're supporting the local economy. And
which is
Absolutely.
really, really important.
Is that important to you?
Yeah, I think kind of living in Farringdon, we wanted to live in a small market town, and when we kind of moved there, it was a bit sad. It sort of seemed like it was sort of shutting down a little bit. But actually now there's lots of initiatives going on, and it seems more alive, and that's really important to us, that the high street stays alive.
Good for you.
So this is our way of
Of
helping.
helping, yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Many
Thank you.
congratulations on what you've done so far, but I shan't leave it here because once I get my teeth into a story, I'm determined to stick with it. So I will follow you. Shall we make a date for, now let's see, November, December, January? So it's relatively new, isn't it?
It is, isn't
Yeah.
it?
So I've caught you at a good stage.
Yeah.
I think by the spring you might be struggling.
Oh, challenge.
So can I see you again in the spring?
Of
Like a
course
doctor,
you can.
Like a doctor.
Yeah, you are.
Can I see you again in the spring?
Absolutely, that'd be
Yeah, absolutely.
fantastic.
Okay, and then we'll see what's going. We'll find out what's going on, how you're doing. In the meantime, good luck with it, and lovely
Thank
to meet
you.
you.
Many thanks,
Thank
lovely to
you
meet
very
you as well.
Okay, Ian and Rebecca Pugh, what do you think of the Pughs from Farringdon and their quest? You can follow their blog. It is, once again, Rebecca, if you will, please.
www.ayearwithoutsupermarkets.com.
Interesting experiment, don't you think? 10:21, nearly 10:22 now.